Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd like to also offer my condolences to the families of the victims in Brussels, Paris and other atrocities around the world, but we are talking specifically about the one in Brussels in this report, which I welcome. The real starting date of the recent terrorist attacks in Brussels was actually on January the 30th, 2010, and that's when the 23-year-old Ibrahim El-Bakraoui shot with his Kalashnikov machine gun at police officers. The then mayor of Brussels, from the French-speaking Parti Socialiste, calls this level of violence a fait divers, a non-event. Boys will be boys, you know. But this mayor is only one of 19 mayors that Brussels has, together with 6 police zones. And on top of that, Brussels also has its own government with 8 ministers, a regional parliament, and 89 members. As you may know, Belgium has in total 6 governments, 55 ministers and 617 members of parliament, many of them with overlapping responsibilities, but nobody who appears in this instance to be able to take responsibility. But back to Mr. El-Bakraoui. Despite being convicted to 10 years imprisonment in 2010, he was released early under conditions in 2014. The following year, he was arrested at the Turkish-Syrian border in clear violation of his conditions and sent back. Despite warnings by the Turkish authorities that he is dangerous, Mr. El-Bakraoui wasn't arrested upon arrival and returned instead to his hometown Brussels as a free man, before disappearing off the grid until he left his home in Brussels on the morning of March 22nd, 2016, to have the atrocious events of that day that we all know about. Now, Mr. President, I want to be able to say that I'm delighted the fact that this report is actually going to be coming in front of the Belgian Parliament. I wonder, with the fractional nature, the fractious nature of the government there, of the police forces, the crime enforcement agency, how this report, the lessons that we're going to learn from this report are going to be disseminated across those various bodies. This is why it's important that, much as I don't want to be here talking about a single country, talking about its institutions and authorities, frankly, we need to understand, to be able to solve a problem, first of all, you've got to acknowledge that that problem is there, that long, deep structural problem. And if we can get through that, then hopefully we can work together. We're all at risk of terrorist attacks, as I said before. We've heard from Mr. Littlegranger and Mr. Howell how the UK has had considerable experience in dealing with the Irish separatists, the IRA. And only last year, David Cameron, our Prime Minister, told the G20, a press conference of the G20, that our security services had foiled 7 terrorist attacks just last year. So we are all very much in this together. We all have to work together. But let us help. Let's all learn the lessons from this dreadful attack. Thank you.